Hi guys, it's Sasha. I wanted to make a video about quitting social media. I know a lot of you have seen my Jojo Rabbit and Caging Skies review, and I just realized that I loved sitting down and talking about topics and talking about books and things like that. So I wanted to come here today and talk about quitting social media, and specifically Instagram. I didn't really use Snapchat that much or Twitter, but Instagram was like the main thing that I was always on. I would take it out, scroll through, leave the app, and then 5 seconds later pick it up again and scroll through. And I feel like since the pandemic, there were a lot of things I was worrying about, as a lot of us will have been. And anytime I had a project or something due or anything, to distract myself, I would always turn to Instagram and scroll through because it was like the easiest thing, it was the closest thing to me, and I wasn't being mindful at all. And I remember realizing in July of 2020, I'd seen so many videos on the negative effects of phone usage and stuff like that. So I decided, like, okay, I'm gonna make a challenge for myself and not use Instagram. That lasted not even a day because I had unconsciously went back to Instagram, just clicked on it and started scrolling, and my challenge ended there, and I didn't think about it again. So I realized how big of a problem it was, and I just kept on using it. But the most recent change was the fact that I had found a YouTube channel called Yes Theory. But recently I really got into their YouTube channel and I love their entire message. I had seen Thomas from Yes Theory, he made a video called Deleting My Social Media for 30 Days. And I remember watching it and him talking about the benefits of it and how he's going to use social media and how he was impacted by it. That's when I started thinking maybe I should do something like that too. But then what really made me delete Instagram was I went to Matt. He's also from Yes Theory. He has a newsletter, blog. It's called Matt's Words of Wisdom, and he had a blog on there. This is just after I'd finished watching the 30-day delete my social media video, and he had a blog on there saying that he was deleting his Instagram for a year. And I remember reading it, and suddenly I felt this heaviness that I wanted this app off of my phone. And it was just all of a sudden this feeling I want it gone out of my life. I need it gone. And I went, and that's the first thing I did. I uninstalled it this time so I wouldn't have the urge to click it or do anything like that. So I uninstalled it, and I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna set a week, 7 days, and see what happens and see if I can do it. I was set on it. I didn't want this app. I knew it wasn't enriching my life in any way. It wasn't improving my life in any way. And so I had started the 7-day journey. The first thing I noticed, the first 2 days, I kept pulling out my phone and clicking on where Instagram used to be and going, oh wait, it's not there. And it was just I realized how not mindful I was about the whole thing. And I remember that feeling of picking it up, clicking on where it used to be, it not being there, and going wait a minute. I didn't even think about the fact that I was picking up my phone. I didn't think about the fact that I was clicking on it and about to scroll. And it happened so many times the first 2 days. And I remember watching TV, and there was a commercial break, and I would pick up my phone, wanting to scroll through anytime there was any sort of break. And whenever I was upset about something, or I was thinking about this project that really stressed me out, or whatever I needed to do, I would pick up my phone and click on where Instagram used to be. And it wasn't there. And it's whoa, wait a minute. What am I even doing? And it was just really eye-opening to see myself do that and not even in control of what I was doing. That was the first thing I noticed. I also whenever I went to bed, I always check Instagram. Whenever I wake up, I always check Instagram. So not doing that the first couple of days, it was almost it was so weird for me. I was just wait, that's it? I just go to sleep now? I don't go on Instagram? I don't check my social media? And it was strange, but that's how it was. And it was just you have to, it's almost stepping back and realizing what you're doing. And I remember the first couple of days it was kind of hard because I knew that I was on a challenge. But the interesting thing that happened was the 4th day in, I had completely forgotten that I was even doing a challenge in the first place. That I was even doing this week-long no Instagram thing. I remember sitting down and going, oh wait, I'm doing that challenge. I forgot about that. Like, I had completely broken my habit all of a sudden. Like, I don't know how that happened so quickly. Like, the fourth day, I was just like, there was no want for me to go check. There was nothing in me that wanted to go check. And I completely forgot that I was even on a challenge. So those are the first things I noticed. Then some of the things I noticed were the fact that I was focusing on myself and my goals and pushing me to like, what do I want to do next? Do I want to go biking now? Do I want to go running? And I feel like Instagram really distracted me from those thoughts. And I started really turning inward and thinking about what I was doing and being more mindful of my actions and my goals that I wanted to set for myself. A lot of people delete Instagram because they're too focused on the views or too focused on comments or too focused on likes or whatever it is. Some people find themselves comparing their life to everybody else's on Instagram. And I didn't really feel like I was comparing my life to anybody else's, but now doing this challenge, I feel like I was consciously comparing my life to everybody else, because now I wasn't scrolling through and getting so much input of everybody else's life, of everybody else's, experiences. And now I put that away and I was just like with myself and focusing on what I wanted to do. And I didn't feel like I needed to post about this or post about this or post about this. I was really just focusing on myself and thinking like, hey, I really want to do a 5K. I want to do a 5K run. I remember I used to run like this and now I want to do this. And I was looking at programs of running in my area and I was really focusing on myself. And I feel like that came with the fact that I was shedding everybody else's input out of my life and experiences and what they were doing. I thought that I didn't care about that, but I feel like I realize now it was impacting me. So that was the first thing I noticed. It was like the biggest positive thing was that now I was, first of all, not staring at my screen all the time. And like, if you really think about it, you're like scrolling through and clicking here and clicking here. Like, that's probably so unhealthy, first on your eyesight and what your brain's doing there. I just started really focusing on self-improvement and mindfulness, because now every time I pick up my phone, I'm being mindful about where I'm going, what I'm going to be doing with it, and what I need to use it for. Like, when I pick it up, it's like, okay, I want to do this, okay, let's go text this person, or whatever it is. So it made me more mindful, and I just didn't even realize that I wasn't even being mindful in the past before. I just feel like those first couple of days of me picking up my phone and clicking on where Instagram used to be really showed me that, like, wait a minute, what am I doing? I am not being mindful at all. I'm not living mindfully, and this is like a huge step for me. So those were like the biggest positives I got. It's been over a week now. I haven't installed Instagram since. I started on Friday. I went a week and I thought like Saturday I can install it again. And Saturday came and I just felt like, you know what? I don't want to install it again. I had nothing in me that wanted to go see what other people were doing, which I was surprised about. I was like, okay, I don't want to install it. And I haven't installed it yet. And it's been like a little less than 2 weeks. And every day has just been, I feel like better. Like I feel lighter almost. And it made me realize like, okay, if I ever want to install Instagram again and see what other people were doing and connect with other people, what can I get out of it, and being more mindful about what I'm watching and what I'm looking at. Like, how is this going to aid what I'm doing now in this outside world? Is it helping me achieve my goals? Is it helping me become motivated in certain areas of my life? And I feel like that's the main thing I got out of it. I honestly, if you feel like the same way, if you see me describing this the same way about how you're using Instagram or whatever it is that you're using, think about it. And I honestly would say try a week, 7 days, uninstall it. Don't just keep it on your phone, because I feel like that was the main mistake I made 7 months ago, is that I didn't uninstall it. I just went on it subconsciously, like just went on it without even thinking about it. So I would say at least at least 7 days. See what happens. See, are you like picking up your phone and going on it and realizing it's not there? One of the things I noticed though was that towards the end, this was like the last couple days, because I wasn't on Instagram, I started turning to YouTube more. And now I'm cutting down my YouTube hours as well, because I've been like ramping up in YouTube videos and looking up a lot of inspirational stuff and motivational stuff, but then I've gone like too far with it, like to the point where it's like, okay, it's not aiding me in any way, this isn't helping me anymore. So now I'm cutting down on that, and I feel like if I really down on that, then I will barely be using any social medias at all. Overall, I feel like this has really helped me. It's made me look at what I'm doing, look at my life, and I really encourage you to do the same. I encourage you to go out and think about how you're using your phone. And you start noticing around you how many people are using their phones and how disconnected we all are. Like, if it's not aiding you in any way, if it's not making you better, think about what you're doing, and I would say uninstall it. Please comment down below if you've ever considered going off of social media and how long you lasted. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear what you think about this. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.